About 18 months ago, the management team realised that it was time to leverage the scale of the global Sage Group. And part of that was to transform the company to be more brand-led and to bring the whole organisation in under the Sage name. So over the last year, for example, we've renamed the softline business to Sage. We've taken numerous product lines and renamed them to Sage. And we've also kicked off work around what the brand value proposition and vision will be for the company, which is around being the most valuable supporter of small and medium-sized businesses, giving them greater freedom to succeed. So it's all about giving them confidence to grow their business.
What was the group not achieving to do through the brand that they will be able to do as a single unified Sage brand?
Yeah, it wasn't that it wasn't working before, actually. I mean, we had, as I say, industry-leading brands right around the world. Ciel in France, Softline Pastel here in Africa. I think what has changed really is the market and the kind of competition we're up against. So we're working against companies such as SAP, such as Microsoft, even the Googles of this world might enter this market at some point. And it was really a question of leveraging our global scale and taking our rightful place on that global stage, essentially. And that's where we really needed to concentrate our efforts behind one brand, and that needs to be the Sage brand.
Right. The technology's been through a similar transformation, and it strikes me that that's probably the easier part of the equation. When you're dealing with the branding, there's a lot of emotive issues involved. Right. You mentioned the strong existing brands, like here and in France, for example. Yeah. Did you expect a lot of resistance? Did you get a lot of resistance?
That's a great question. You know, I did actually expect a lot of resistance for very good reasons. You know, it's only human nature that if you've been personally responsible for growing a business, you don't want to let that go. And you obviously feel confident in the brand you already have. But what we did was we really rolled out a comprehensive set of immersion workshops right across the business. So we started on the inside, started with all our employees. And I personally went around the business, visited all the opcos and shared with them my vision for what a global brand could look like and why it was so critical. This wasn't about dictating a different approach, this was about getting people to truly buy in and understand. And we all know, because we all have brands that we love and that we choose every day. So yeah, I must say I expected more resistance than there actually was.
How far down the transformation are you now?
Frankly, an incredible amount of work has gone on in the last 12 months. I'm very pleased with the progress we've made. It wasn't a question of telling people to come on the journey, people wanted to come on the journey. What I want to see going forward is more support, more tools, more enablement for partners.
Is it globally coordinated? Are there regional differences? Do you see different approaches getting better traction in certain regions than others?
It's just a question of pace. Here in South Africa, we're making sure that people know that Sage is the company from which they can get VIP payroll or Pastel. So taking that product brand equity that we had here and transferring that to Sage, the corporate brand name.
How do you know it's working?
What we're doing is tracking engagement, so we are running advertisements both online, primarily online actually, some print and outdoor here in South Africa and Africa. And we're driving people that view that to what we call a campaign landing page, a website, a microsite, where they can go and learn more about Sage and more about Sage's customers, read case studies and success stories. So we can track the engagement of our customers with that material. So that gives us a good sense of have we driven more traffic, are they reading these stories, and are we following up and generating business opportunities from it. Secondly, we're doing a brand awareness study, so we've already run that once, so we had an index of where we are, and we'll do that again at the end of this year to see how we've moved the needle. As part of the brand work, you know, we're quite deliberate about the fact that we needed to tell customer success stories.
Right.
That what really resonates with the market is what it means for them. So we needed to be much less inside out, as I call it, and much more outside in.